Welcome to the behind the scenes story of Optimum Joy. My name is Alexandra and I'm the founder. And this story really, I guess, starts with me, who never thought I would be a counselor. And honestly, it's a miracle that I finished my master's at 22 because I was all over the place in school. But much like a lot of therapists, I just really experienced someone who was super helpful towards me that really propelled me to want to be in this field. So I kind of poured myself into school and into grad school and was able to somehow, I still don't really know, finish at the age of 22 with a clinical psychology degree. And I'm so thankful that I started my career in community mental health because they really, the clients that I saw, the community I engaged with, and the staff I worked with, they really taught me what holistic health looks like. So what a wonderful place. But because of all the work that I was doing, I just honestly burnt out and gave a 6-week notice at my job and quit it without having another one lined up. So what you don't read here is that actually I moved in with my sister and her husband in Chicago in a 6x6 room and just tried to pick up the pieces of my life, which included just trying to pay for things without a job. So I actually started cleaning someone's house for $100 a week, literally cleaning toilets, while I was just focusing on resting and growing this thing that was starting to take shape as Optimum Joy. So, that fall, with only $275 to my name, and what it doesn't say here is actually some probably a larger credit card balance than the $275, but we just incorporated as Optimum Joy. And I just continued to work from November into the next year, just trying to do the thing of growing a business. And what you don't notice between these two slides is that was probably one of the only 2 times I've ever had panic attacks in my entire life. So over the next little bit, we're just starting to be in a huge growth phase of hiring providers. We always wanted to have diverse providers to meet a diverse need with clients, and just continued to grow, really using myself being the provider who saw the most clients just to pay for a lot of that growth and expansion. And, behind the scenes as a business owner is essentially you look like you're making money to the outside world. But as it says here, really a lot of the money that I was making as a provider was really poured back into the business to be able to hire providers and grow. So you'll notice a theme that obviously that led to me being like worn out and tired again, just carrying the burden of caring for that many people and running a business. So I actually took a pretty big risk and kind of a clinical sabbatical from seeing clients. And the risky part of it is, I was the largest billable income provider. So to really take a step back to run it was a big deal. But I think it was one of the best decisions I ever did, even though it felt unsafe to kind of give up that amount of control and lean into just trying to be like a good leader without that sense of a control. So, we get into March 2020. Oh my gosh, who was not impacted by COVID? March 2020 and the shutdown in the US, and just, strangely enough, COVID just allowed us to continue to grow and grow and grow as a practice. We doubled our size that year because of being 100% virtual, and then pretty quickly actually opened more offices, one in the central Illinois area in Bloomington and one in Denver. So we expanded to a new state. And it's just been so exciting, I think, to see our staff grow and all those different things. Also, it doesn't mention here, but we really launched our training and outreach program in the midst of COVID, which is where we take master's level clinicians and have them do their clinical residency with us, and we can offer really significantly reduced fees. So for the people who lost their jobs and didn't have insurance, we as a practice as a whole were able just to really kind of wrap tight around those people and care for them in a really tumultuous time. So I am so proud of that. We still do that, taking on somewhere between 6 and 10 students every single year, actually, just to continue to train and grow providers, because we need good mental health therapists, and Optimum Joy it has been about that and will always be about that. So the the last growth thing maybe to mention here, and it's currently what takes up so much of my life, is we bought space here in Chicago. Because we doubled our staff, we no longer fit in our current space. So a lot of my time since last July has been really designing, building out, making decisions on the smallest details, and also kind of caring for our staff. So that's where we're at now. We're continuing to grow, and we've been entity for 5 years now. So, and kind of working on the next 5. So thanks for listening, and hope this was fun to hear the behind the scenes with Optimum Joy.